Well, it is still Sunday, but it's quite a bit earlier than we normally are on. So
5:22, not bad. We said 5-ish.
we said 5-ish. I mean, I think 5:22 falls into 5-ish.
Sure.
So, hey, welcome to the Chain Gang. I'm John Pope.
I'm Ryan White.
And you're watching
the Chain Gang.
We're off. This is not our time.
The March Madness edition, baby.
The March Madness. This has been it's been a good weekend.
So fun.
I mean, anytime you can sit and watch basketball, just hours.
Sit for hours.
Just get up long enough to go get something to drink and come right back. So
I found myself a couple times like Will Ferrell, like,
where's the meatloaf? Yeah. All right. Hey, we want to thank real quick before we get started. We want to thank one of our sponsors, Dr. Kaiser, man.
Saw him this morning at the church.
He just got back off this huge, they went selling all over wherever. But hey, we want to thank Dr. Kaiser for being one of our sponsors.
I am a second-generation chiropractor, so chiropractic is my passion. I had a practice in Kansas City. My wife and I, Shauna, decided to get out of the city. We found Rogersville, and we set up shop here, and we love it. It's a cash practice only, so we want to keep it simple. We just have a flat rate fee for our patients. It brings me great joy to have patients tell me that they're feeling better all over. And we not only treat the affected area, but we treat the whole body, the whole person.
I heard there was a big game today.
There was a big game, and you didn't see it because you were.
I was coaching my little Ant-Man's ball team. I get a text from Dad. He's like, brackets are busted today, and I had no clue what he was talking about.
So let's talk March Madness. Let's talk college basketball. Hold on just a second.
So for any of y'all that are, oh my gosh, I'm gonna, you know what? I just need to do this. Hold
Here
on.
we go.
I gotta get out. I gotta get out from behind.
Get your Arkansas.
Right
no, I'll set that up here.
Now, so he sends me this text, and I'm in the middle of hitting practice. So I pull up my phone, and Illinois goes down.
Yeah.
To Loyola.
It was crazy. That game, we're going to talk a lot of different things here, but that game just being fresh, I mean, it came down to who wanted it more. And Illinois, for all you people.
That's right.
Illinois they were shell-shocked. I mean,
bet.
They didn't know what was happening to them. And you kind of feel bad for him a little bit.
So the sister, she's still alive, right? Like, I imagine after a big game like that, she may have had a heart attack.
They had all these tweets and stuff. She's getting prime exposure.
She's like 100.
Yeah, she's getting prime exposure. So that's what makes this so fun. You don't even have to know basketball. Alicia came in. She knows basketball, but she came in. She has Illinois going all the way.
Yeah.
And she was like, just shell-shocked.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Because I know what I'm talking about.
You do.
They're not in my Final Four.
Well, let's talk brackets real quick. So we did a bracket this year. We started a bracket. I hope sound and everything is okay.
My sound's fine.
My sound's fine, but man, we've had issues in the past. But
I hope everybody can hear us.
I think
somebody chime in.
Somebody would say,
hey, we can't hear
good,
you,
whatever.
or you sound amazing. And I like your hat, Ryan. You're welcome.
And John, I like your hat.
No,
it's in front.
No.
So we did a thing this year, and it's exciting, and we hope to build on it every year. But we did a $10 bracket.
Yep.
$10 buy-in, which on the brackets, that's nothing compared to most brackets. Everybody says we sound good.
Of course we sound good.
Thanks, Coach Dishman, Miss Coach Dishman.
Oh, and executive producer. Yeah.
And our executive producer.
Hey, like and share our page, y'all.
Yeah. So is a $10 buy-in. Winner takes half the pot. The other half goes to the Wildcat Football Academy.
There you go.
And they are always in need of stuff.
Oh man, we were talking about this offline, not today, of course, but those like dummies and bags. I mean, those things are so expensive. So anything we can do to help for these coaches that are coaching these kids up, I mean, just to help with the cost of just running something like that is what it's all about for us.
And most importantly, we want to keep costs low for the kids that are, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise some money, trying to do our part
trying to pitch in
to win state.
So
when we win state someday, we can say we did it.
We took a part of that.
No, I'm kidding. But
I'm not.
Yeah. So the bracket, and I'm excited because we ended up having 46 people sign up.
We were hoping for 50. Like that was kind of our goal between the two of us. We're like, man, if we get 50, That's pretty good for first
Yeah.
run at it. Pretty short notice. We've been talking about it, but then we fired it up a little later than I think we should have. Next year, though, y'all, we're ready. So get ready.
Yeah, but I mean, $230. If I won, I'd be pretty ecstatic.
Heck
so
yeah.
the other half, like we said, goes back to the Wildcat Football Academy.
So if you're looking in the pool, right? If
I
you're
hate
looking into brackets,
You hate Marvin Boyer.
So Marvin Boyer is setting the top right now. Him and Brian Bailey. But here's the thing with Marvin. He's playing ball right now, so he's not going to hear this till later, maybe. But what I give him such crap about is he's filled out not in this one, but like 100 brackets. Like eventually you're going to get them right.
But he's got two. He's got two of his brackets leading. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm impressed. Brian Bailey, my good friend, he is. I can't say where he's at because I don't know if I'm supposed to.
He's sitting atop right now. Him and Marvin, they're up top, but Marvin's got far more points available to gain. I imagine Brian probably had Illinois going a little further than Marv did. But yeah, how about the bottom of the bracket though? Let's go down here.
Hold on, I want to mention a couple more people because you're in the top.
Of course I am.
Stephanie's in the top.
Of course she is.
The White family is doing pretty good.
We're not doing too bad. Mom's up there too.
In my family, little B is winning. Little B is crushing us. We may, if she wins this whole thing, we may have to take a loan from her or something.
John Pope sitting in the 27 slot.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I did this year is I looked at it for 2 minutes because normally I'm like you, like I try to analyze, say, hey, this is. I'm like, no, I'm going right at it.
Yeah.
So,
and our executive producer,
she's got 19 points. That's respectable.
And Keeley Girl, I'm guessing, didn't fill out the entire bracket because she doesn't have hardly any points to win. So we're going to say Alicia Pope, strong work bringing up the last pick of the NFL draft, girl.
Yep. We appreciate you.
Ant-Man's right there with you at the bottom.
Who is that?
Anson. He's Stephanie 3.
But
I
exciting.
will say about Ant-Man, he picked the Oral Roberts upset.
I know. He was excited about that this morning.
Yeah.
So there you are. There's where we're sitting in the brackets. Here's what's fun about brackets, though. It's still anyone's ball game.
Yep.
I mean,
we got more to go today.
Yeah. Boyer's sitting up there looking like he's going to bring it home. And I could jump up and win this whole thing. I've done it before when I thought, man, I might as well just throw it away. Alicia says, shut it. Love you. But, I mean, this bracket is exciting. So when you're looking at it, what has been the biggest surprise to you in these games so far?
Yeah, so a couple things stand out to me. Obviously, the Oral Roberts taking down Ohio State in overtime. I mean, that is crazy. I don't know that there was a lot of people that probably picked that game. So for me, that's probably the biggest surprise, upset / Cinderella story you got going. But for me personally, in the picks that I made, I had Tennessee going pretty deep.
Oh, did you?
And they got smoked.
Yeah.
Like I did not see that coming. And another one that kind of caught me off guard a little bit was the North Carolina-Wisconsin game. I haven't really watched either one of them, but I knew that North Carolina had been playing pretty good as of late. But Wisconsin, those guys are good.
Yeah.
They are big, and they will shut you down.
So I tweeted today after watching Baylor play Wisconsin, and Baylor blew. I mean, the score is way closer than what it was.
Really?
Baylor. I said, can I legally change my all into Baylor?
They smoke them
because I have the Zags going.
Yeah,
but Baylor, man, it's Baylor was this way all season. Then they went into quarantine and they came out and they just didn't
a little
look
rusty.
Good.
I think they got rusty.
Yeah, they're back. The Ohio State game didn't surprise me as much, just because Ohio State as a school, football, basketball, they always disappoint people.
I like it.
That's for Kurt Chesick.
I love it. I love it. You're right, though. They do.
My biggest surprise up till this morning was the Abilene Christian versus Texas. Texas came out. Yeah, Texas.
Orange down, baby.
I always root against Texas.
I can't stand Texas.
But
have I ever talked about that?
We have talked about it. But I had them in my bracket as going further than obviously this.
Yeah.
Texas came out, and I'll tell you the key to the game was they're like, oh, this little school, we're playing this little school.
Yeah, Texas has got, I don't remember, I saw some kind of a graphic that said the state of Texas had 8 teams in the tournament or something crazy like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, the little guy taking down Texas, the state university. I love it.
The biggest though to date, and that was as of yesterday when I was writing my notes saying, who am I going to talk about? Loyola,
Dude.
taking down Illinois.
Illinois.
Illinois. Let's move on to our next topic because I think it flows.
Mhm.
Cinderella teams right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I've got to look at Loyola and say, how far can they go?
What are they, an 8 seed?
Yeah,
I think there's something like an 8, maybe a
let me pull
9,
it back
something
up.
like that. I think that classifies as a Cinderella. I mean, that's pretty.
I
that's
think
the middle of
anything
the
out-
pack.
I think anything out of 5.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably
know?
good. Yeah, there's something to watch. I tell you what, man, you better watch out for that Mean Green.
North Texas.
They look pretty good.
They
They're
did.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
They shoot that 3 ball. I don't know. North Texas might make a run at it. I don't know who they got next, but
Who do you guys think, if you're watching, who do you guys think could be the Cinderella team this year or teams? It's a weird year with COVID.
Yeah.
You know, we already had one game get canceled, Oregon.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? What are your thoughts about VCU and the Oregon game got canceled?
Yeah.
So Oregon automatically advances without playing anybody.
Well, that's how every sport's done it.
Okay.
You know, high school. I mean, you know, we joked, but you could have went to the state championship
And not played
and not
anybody,
played
right?
anyone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay with it. I guess my question is, in the bubble that they were put in,
Yeah. How did that happen?
how did that happen?
How did it happen?
When they first arrived last week, they were tested every 12 hours for 2 days.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah. So how did it happen? 2, was it a situation where maybe it was I don't care if it's your starting point guard. Could you have still played the game?
Can you play the game, right?
You know,
Yeah, that's kind of how they
Um,
did it with the college football season.
yeah, Oklahoma's got one of our leading, shooters is quarantined. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. I hate it for VCU because I like that school.
Yeah.
They've been kind of that Cinderella team a few times,
Yeah.
and
Shaka, you should have stayed there, buddy.
yeah,
'Cause you're not doing so well at Texas, homeboy.
Man, that. So yeah, I mean, I think it's exciting because there's a few Cinderella teams that
And what do you guys got? Who you got for a Cinderella team?
I think we're early
I've
today.
asked this question a couple times, and no one's answered me. But who in the tournament has played and beat North Texas, Oral Roberts, and Abilene Christian this year?
This year, I don't know. Hold on, let me guess. So, name them again.
Okay, there's one team in the tournament right now that has played and beat Oral Roberts, North Texas, and Abilene Christian
Baylor.
this year.
Baylor.
Arkansas.
Watch
out.
Hey, this is kind of why we're doing the show early today because we got some premier play games going on tonight.
Yep.
Yours has just started.
Yeah, and I don't want to know anything, so please don't say anything
They're down big. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
because I'm going to watch it when I get down
Yeah.
at Mom and Dad's.
Oh, Alicia got it right. She said Arkansas.
That's right.
Yeah.
They beat all 3 of them. And you know what's funny about it? If you go in and listen to his interview after their first game, he talks about how the media, he got bashed for their non-conference schedule early in the season. Well, now it looks like those teams that they beat were actually worth something.
And he's genius.
And it wasn't him. It was another guy on their staff. But they deliberately made a point to go out and find teams that they thought would win their conference in the mid-majors and play them.
That's awesome.
And they beat 3 of them.
So, yeah, big game for you tonight. I'm excited.
Stoked, man. It's going to be tough.
I'm going to end on
Tech's
this
good.
one real quick. We got one more topic to talk about, but Oklahoma, Gonzaga tomorrow. Man, I love you boys. Just stay close. The Zags look good, man.
They're
Like
tough.
if I put this on Facebook, we're going to shock the world. If OU wins tomorrow, we will truly have shocked. That'll be the biggest upset
Oh
in this
my
whole tournament.
gosh.
So,
Because I'd say the majority of people have Zags winning. I mean,
or at
across
least
the country.
finals.
Oh, yeah.
I have them winning, and it was so hard to say Oklahoma's going to get beat, but I think they're going to win tomorrow. But I didn't put it in my bracket.
No, you want them to win.
I want them to win. So
Who do you got in your Final Four? For those that don't know. Here's what I got. I got the Zags. I got Arkansas. I got Houston. And I got Alabama. That's my Final Four that I've got. And we're all 4 of those teams are still playing. So I feel okay right now.
I don't remember who I have.
Okay.
I know I have, and this is going to shock the world too. You're hearing it from my mouth. I have Oklahoma State against Gonzaga.
So Oklahoma State, man, I don't think that's that I mean, it's not that big a surprise. They have the best player in the country.
That it's coming out of my mouth.
Oh, yes.
is a huge
Yeah, now
surprise.
that is shocking. You're right.
So, hey, before we get on to our next topic, guys, while we're talking too, don't read the comments.
Okay.
Someone posted about
All
Arkansas.
right. No, I don't want to know nothing about it.
Go ahead and tell us who you have finishing, who you have winning the whole tournament, and then who are your Cinderella teams. So I'm going to go ahead and at this point, I'm going to thank another one of our sponsors, Rogersville Pharmacy.
Oh, yeah, man.
That dude's he's our drug
He's
dealer.
a drug dealer of choice.
I wonder, I've never asked him. I
If
wonder
that
if he's
bothers
okay
him.
with that. He's our legal prescription drug dealer of choice. But
Probably should ask him that.
if you don't go to Rogersville Pharmacy, you're missing out on one of a lifetime experience because that guy is that staff is awesome.
I'm ready for y'all to open up the ice cream and milkshake side of that store again, please.
I think they're taking it down. I think it's, hey, COVID, man. I don't know what to say.
Dang it.
Go in there and say
It's
hi
like
to our
nostalgic,
friend.
man.
Yeah. Tell them that the Chain Gang loves them so that they know you're listening.
That's right.
But yeah, Rogersville Pharmacy, thanks for supporting us and making this happen. So, JC Dishman, Coach Dishman's daughter says, I refuse to discuss my Final Four. I'm remaining silent at this. I know for a fact she had Illinois winning it all.
Yeah.
So, hey, a lot of people did.
Man. A ton of people did.
5 people. So,
but that's why it's March and it's madness and it's so fun.
so this is going to be a short show tonight.
We were going to keep it short and sweet.
And we're coming back Tuesday for a full show. We wanted to get through round 1 and round 2 of the March Madness tournament.
Our Tuesday show is going to be a little later because I got to save lives first.
Yes.
And then I'll come over and do that.
But I think it's opportune time, about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I think so.
Be here about 8 o'clock. Guys, we want to touch on something real quick. And
Yep.
I don't even know how to start this, but, we've dove into some really tough issues lately. One that we covered was kneeling for the pledge, the flag. I think as a sports show, we need to somewhat be covering these stories.
Yeah.
Transgender and
It's
sports
pertinent.
is something that we have an opinion on. I think we should be able to share this. So, anyways, we go links not to get political. We just want to showcase these from a sports perspective.
That's the goal.
The goal. And so normally when Ryan and I talk on the phone, I'm like calling about something sports, or he's calling me about something sports. Went to church this morning.
Yeah, amazing.
Chris Ballard, he's in my Final Four,
Dude. He may have been better than Baker Mayfield today.
Oh, I love him, but not that. No,
Man,
he may have
really
been.
good.
But I called Ryan today and I said, "Man, that sermon was amazing.
It's really good."
And so when we have opinions about these issues in sports that are politically biased or whatever fueled, man, Chris gave us a whole new perspective this morning. And so we talked and we said we want to put that sermon in the link.
Yeah. For people to go listen to.
Yeah. Because we honestly don't know what this show, where it's going, but we know we want to interject this from time to time.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
So yeah, I mean, just a quick overview, kind of what we talked about at Story Church this morning is out of Ephesians 6. And if you had to sum it up, like in a little, put a bow on it, the sermon was about we are not fighting battles in the flesh and the blood. Mm-hmm. It's not about left and right. It's not about, they don't think like we do. It's about a supernatural forces that are at work in this world. And we need to look at things that way. I mean, those that believe anyway.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to try to interject. I just want to put his link in the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally,
and watch it because.
So I hope people go and listen. And if you have questions, please reach out to John or I or anybody that that might be of the faith.
Yeah, or even if you're struggling, but because we bring this up because these are things we struggle with on the show.
Sure,
there's things that we want to talk to you guys about that we really go back and forth and say we don't want to make people mad, but we feel like we need to talk about these issues.
Yeah, so maybe from time to time it's going to come out.
But I think Chris gave me a whole new perspective this morning on the way to battle them.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at sports and you're You get frustrated. You have to, because I do. You do.
Yeah.
Watch this sermon, and then let's go about it a little bit different from now on.
I think it's a really good approach.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So.
And it's all about love, right?
Yeah.
That's how you fight it. At the end of the day, we're supposed to love, like Rick Barney says. That's why I love his little words of wisdom, and he always says it at the very end, which is so true. Our 2 greatest commandments: love God, love your neighbor.
Yeah.
That's it.
And play sports.
Play sports. I think that was
all
in
works
there.
out, right? No, Ballard put the link for us, so thank you very much to Shane that put it in there, not Chris, but we just felt like we talked this morning. We felt like we want to share that with you. This show is 100% about sports, but that's a big part of our lives, so we wanted to share it with you. So
I don't have anything else to say, man. I got to go get it showered up. I got to go watch my pigs play.
I know, man.
I hope they win.
I hope they do too.
Red Raiders are tough.
I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, buddy.
So, hey, guys, we will catch you Tuesday night. We'll have all the action from first, second rounds.
We'll review the brackets, I hope, right? Because I'm going to be at top of that. Topic.
I am too. All right, guys, we'll catch you here Tuesday.
See y'all.